It is said that at the time of crisis, rich gets richer, and it is because while we look at the crisis, they look at opportunity. This became even more clear when Forbes released the list of India's top 10 billionaires. And not so surprisingly, top 3 billionaires added $100 billion in just 1 year, and that too during pandemic. The total billionaires in India rose from 102 to 140 in one single year, and their combined wealth was more than $500 billion. So let's look at the wealth of these billionaires and what did they do in 2020. We'll also look at one interesting fact about them. P.S. One of them is linked to Shah Jahan, the creator of Taj Mahal, and one of them was kidnapped and nearly killed in 26/11 terrorist attack. That's all part of the story, coming right up. Our first billionaire is Mukesh Ambani. He earns majority of his income from his 3 companies. They are Reliance Retail, which has brands like Reliance Fresh, Digital, Ajio, Trends. The second company is Reliance Jio Infocom Limited. The third is Reliance Petroleum. He also owns Network 18, which runs brands like Forbes, Money Control, CNBC. This brings his net worth to $84.5 billion. So what did he do in 2020? During this COVID-19 pandemic, Ambani raised $35 billion by signing multiple deals with likes of Facebook and Google, and brought Reliance Industries' net debt of 1.61 lakhs to zero in 1 year. He also sold 33% of his telecom unit Jio to Facebook and Google, and 10% of Reliance Retail to private equity firms like KKR and General Atlantic. Our second billionaire is Gautam Adani. Did you know, in 1997, Gautam Adani was kidnapped and kidnappers demanded $1.5 million ransom to release him. Thankfully, he was rescued unharmed. But then in 2008, he was having dinner at Taj Mahal Hotel in Mumbai when the terrorists attacked the hotel and killed 160 people inside. Thankfully, he was again rescued unharmed. Adani earns majority of his income from his infrastructure company called Adani Enterprises. The companies that you can see on the screen brings his net worth to $50.5 billion. So what did he do in 2020? Adani acquired 74% stake in Mumbai International Airport. He also sold 20% of his firm, Adani Green, to French company for $2.5 billion. And in 2021, Adani became 42 billion richer as the share of his companies, including Adani Enterprises and Adani Green, skyrocketed, making him 500% richer than previous year. Our third billionaire is Shiv Nadar. Fun fact, when he handed over his chairman position to his daughter Roshni Nadar, she became the richest woman as a chairperson in India. Shiv's net worth is $23.2 billion. He earns majority of his income from HCL Technology, which made almost $10 billion in revenue in 2020. During his last year as chairperson, HCL signed 11 new $1 million contracts. Our fourth billionaire is Radhakishan Damani. Fun fact, Radhakishan Damani was part of Manu Manik's clan. You might remember him from this scene.
ट्रेडिंग के टंटे में नहीं पड़ना यार. आई वांट ओनली वैल्यू इन्वेस्टिंग, सिर्फ वैल्यू इन्वेस्टिंग. यार अच्छी सी कंपनी में अच्छे से शेयर में बड़ा सा इन्वेस्टमेंट करेंगे एंड जस्ट वेट फॉर लॉन्ग टर्म. फोकस ऑन द बिग ड्रीम एंड मेक मिलियंस,
maybe billions,
maybe trillions.
He earns majority of his income from his company called Avenue Supermarket, which is the parent company of D-Mart. Even when competitors of D-Mart, that is Big Bazaar, was almost bankrupt in 2020, D-Mart ran profitably because of its robust and cost-cutting supply chain. Our fifth billionaire is Uday Kotak. Fun fact, Uday Kotak was born in a joint family of 60 people. He wanted to be a professional cricketer. In fact, he was pretty good too. He earns majority of his income from his Kotak Mahindra Bank, which is India's top 4 private bank, which brings his net worth to $15.9 billion. In 2020, Uday Kotak sold shares close to $1 billion to reduce his stake in the bank to 26%. Our sixth billionaire is Lakshmi Mittal. Fun fact, his house is decorated with the same marble that was used in construction of Taj Mahal. In fact, this marble was excavated from the same mine from where Shah Jahan bought marble for Taj Mahal. Lakshmi Mittal earns majority of his income from SLR Mittal, which earned $53 billion revenue in 2020, even after a loss of $0.7 billion in the same year. This brought his net worth to $14.9 billion. Our seventh billionaire is Kumar Birla. Fun fact, he's an angry young man. He said on an interview, "In 20 years of being at work, I've lost my cool 3 times, and each time for a good reason. That's an achievement for me, as outside of office in my personal life, I get angry at least 5 times a day." He earns majority of his income from Aditya Birla Group, which runs Ultratech Cement, Aditya Birla Fashion, Birla Sun Life, and a joint venture called Vodafone Idea. In 2020, Aditya Birla Group earned a revenue of $48 billion and acquired aluminum production company for $2.6 billion. And that brought his net worth to $12.8 billion. Our 8th billionaire is Cyrus Poonawalla. Fun fact, in 1956, King Pratap Singh Ji leased a palace to US government for 1000 years. But as the US embassy shifted to bigger place, that palace was sold in 2015 to Cyrus Poonawalla. Poonawalla runs Serum Institute of India, the world's largest producer of vaccine by the number of doses, and is on the front line of India's fight against COVID-19 in the leadership of his son Aadar, Serum's CEO. In 2021, SIA played an important role in manufacturing vaccine and distributing it to the world and to India. His net worth was $12.7 billion. Our ninth billionaire is Dilip Sanghvi. Fun fact, Dilip Sanghvi was once richer than Mukesh Ambani and was India's richest man for a very short period. This was back in 2015 when Sun Pharma was at its peak. Dilip earns majority of his income from Sun Pharma, and in 2020, Sun Pharma became one of the top 10 pharmaceuticals in India, which grew its shares almost 70%. That brought its net worth to $10.9 billion. Our 10th billionaire is Sunil Mittal. Fun fact, Sunil Mittal promised to himself that he would stop eating non-vegetarian food and turn vegetarian until he has created his own phone. 3 years later, Mittal resumed eating meat. He earns majority of his income from Bharti Airtel, and in 2020, Airtel added 1.44 crores new subscriber in just 3 months. This brings his net worth to $10.5 billion. That's it for the video, guys. Thank you for watching. This is That One Teacher. I make videos on personality analysis, startup lessons and startup news. Do check it out. Thank you.